sometimes I feel like people just don't want to understand the concept of BookTube. They're making, it's like a love child between YouTube and reading. Hello, people of the internet, I'm Jenny, and today I welcome you to the BookTube Club in the month of October, even though it's November now, but it's always backwards because I can't know beforehand what I'm gonna read that month, and I don't stick to TBRs, which is why I don't make TBR videos. Let's start. Now, I didn't have a spooky Halloween theme for the month of October, but I did get a lot of reading done because the thing about China is, you know, it's a country with a lot of people, like a lot of people, and there's a lot of queuing and more queuing and waiting and queuing, and taking the subway takes forever. So I get a lot of reading in during that time, which is amazing. And I also sometimes read in class when I get really bored. But I do not condone that behavior. It's not, you should never do that. Don't learn from me, children. Okay, Alohomora. My month of October has been mainly dominated by Codex Alera, which is a 6-book series by Jim Butcher. It's fantasy. And actually, Reagan sent me the first book back in July, I think, a while back. And I read it back then. And I read a ton of other books in between. But then I decided, you know what? I really like the first book, I have to read the rest of the series. And she was kind of being pushy about it. So I picked up the second book, and the series just got better and better. So I read the second and the third book back to back, the Academ's Fury and the Curse's Fury. And I think the Curse's Fury, I haven't read the last book yet because someone is making me wait. But I think the third book has been my favorite book so far. And this series just gets more and more epic by the book. Like the first book, it's really good, but there's a lot of world building. You have to get to know a lot of characters, and some of the characters, they start off very weak and then they grow throughout the series and they become so incredibly mind-blowingly good. Like, not as in good versus evil kind of good, but just like the characters just turn freaking amazing, and then the story just blows in your face and you're just like, whoa, what the hell is happening here? And it's amazing. Like, if you really like fantasy, if you really want something that is epic and just really well thought out and has like amazing characters, just go read the series. Just do it, please. I don't know, I've actually been on Tumblr and I've been trying to find like some fan art and stuff like that, and literally nothing exists, and I'm just amazed because this series is freaking awesome and there's like no fan base around it. And I've also been on, you can tell how geeky I've been. I've also gone onto like the wiki page, but I've not spoiled myself obviously because, you know, this book is awesome. This series is awesome. I wouldn't want to do that, but there's like 60 entries in a 6-book series which each has like 400 to 700 pages, and so like no fan base. I feel like we should start rallying for this book and just create like a fan base, because there's so much shipping and OTP and team and whatever possibility in this series, and so many epic scenes that would make awesome fan art. You can tell I spent a lot of time on Tumblr, but I'm missing that. I want that so badly, and my art skills are so poor that I will not start drawing Tabby and Kitai pictures, but I wish there were some Tabby and Kitai and Amara and Isana and Septimus and Araris and everything picture. I just want everything. I want everything. I just want a freaking fan base around this thing right now. Go read this, please. Please! Okay, coming off a rant and seeming like a crazy person, let's get back into business. So the next book that I read after that was House of Hades, and I did a review on that one, and I don't know, like, my review wasn't 100% positive. I really liked the book, but I criticized a lot in my video, my book review, and people have been taking it kind of strangely, I think, but oh well. I mean, it's my opinion. Maybe it seemed overly negative, but just to get this straight, I actually liked the book. The thing was, I loved all the other Percy Jackson books, like loved, and then this one was just like liked, so I was a bit disappointed, but that doesn't mean that, you know, it was bad. The book was good. Like, everything still rocked, but yeah, it was just not love, stellar, brilliant, eye-opening, mind-dazzling, whatever. So I read The House of Hades. And after The House of Hades, I picked up the 4th book again from the Codex Alera, which is The Captain's Fury. And after The Captain's Fury, I read Never Fade. And I did a review on The Darkest Minds. I liked The Darkest Minds. I found it highly predictable, but I really liked the concept behind it. But as I've already said at least like 2 or 3 times in my previous videos, the novella in time was awesome. And Never Fade, Never Fade was really, really good. I was very impressed, and I was kind of expecting it because the novella was really good. So, you know, and obviously Alexandra Bracken, her writing also matures because, you know, Darkest Minds was probably like her first novel, and now she probably, I don't know if she got any response after The Darkest Minds, because usually authors have to write before they can write the next book before they can actually like publish their first book, if it's like a series, I think. But you can tell that she developed her characters really nicely. And then there's Ruby. Ruby was so cool in this book because she had her powers under control. I love that. She actually harnessed her power. She wasn't afraid of it anymore, so her character just blossomed. And then Liam was just so heartbreakingly beautiful in this book. And Chubbs, I love Chubbs. I thought it was kind of sad that Suzume was not really in the book, but then again, she wasn't really in the story, so it didn't really fit. And then I love Vida and Jude. Like, Vida was probably one of my favorite characters in that one. And then there was Cole and Kate, and I totally turned in a Cole and Kate shipper. I think they should be together forever. They would make a nice couple. Please make that happen. After Never Fade, I read Allegiant like everybody else. I was scrolling through my dashboard and everybody was reading Allegiant, and it was pretty funny. And I think Allegiant caused kind of split opinion. It wasn't as bad as with Requiem because apparently everybody hated the ending because it didn't have any resolution. The Allegiant ending did have resolution, but you know, either you like it or you hate it. But I really liked it. I really liked the way it ended. And if you haven't read it yet, then go read it. It's awesome. And yeah, it's awesome. I think it's a very nice ending to a very good series. And I did a review on that as well. So if you want to watch that video, you can go watch that one. Both Allegiant and House of Hades are highly spoilery. So if you do not want to be spoiled to death, go read those books first and then go watch my videos. You should do that. That's the way, I like it, I'm a really bad singer. There are actually a lot of karaoke bars in China, in Beijing, which is pretty funny because it's such an Asian thing, and I've actually been to one, and it feels like you've been dropped into this psychedelic world of mirrors and lights and darkness, and I was freaked out. I was like totally freaked out by this karaoke bar that I went to. I left. And I'm not a good singer, so don't ask me to sing for you. After that, I read The Princep's Fury, which was the 5th book. As you can tell, I read a lot of. I read like 4 Codex Alera books, and that one was also good. They just get better and better, but then I still like the 3rd one the most because it has the most effects. If you read the series, you'll know what I mean. And then the 4th and the 5th book just build up on the epicness. And then I just really want to know what happens. I'm afraid that I definitely won't forget what happens till Christmas, but I just really want to know what happens next. Really, really badly. Like, really, really badly. It's like I'm forcing myself to wait on a book that's already out. That's 100 times more painful than forcing yourself to wait for a book that hasn't come out yet, because you know you can't get it. I actually have it on my e-reader, but I just can't read it. Okay, moving on. Oh, that's actually it. That's the books that I've read. Read a lot of Jim Butcher, read some big major books, sequels to series. Nothing really stand-outish, interesting in that sense. But I cannot stress it. We will build an Allura fan base. What do we call ourselves? Like battle crows? I like Knight Pisces. I think we should be like the Lady Pisces. Knight Pisces. That should be our fandom name. Please join me. Read the books. Okay, well, it is November. I've started reading some other stuff, and you can follow me on Goodreads if you want to keep up with that. I think I'm pretty good at updating my Goodreads. And I'm actually pretty impressed because I've already reached my reading challenge goal, but a couple of these books were like novellas, so I don't know if they actually count. But it was only October, and I did not expect to reach it that fast. I didn't even expect to actually reach it. So this is what BookTube does to you. You read like a maniac and then you spout words and then people judge you for it. And we're all masochists because we all love it. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the book club. I hope you come back next month because this is supposed to be a monthly thing, so that's why I'm trying to put out one for October. And next month is November. Next month is December, and then it's Christmas, and then it's a new year. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Anyway, that's it. That was my October reading. And tell me what you've read in the month of October. What was your favorite book? Did you read any of these books? Probably more in the lines of House of Hades, Never Fate, or Allegiant. How did you like them? Please tell me in the comments below. We will communicate and talk and discuss because we are a club, and we will turn into a crazy fan club for Codex Allura soon. See you next time. Jenny out. Mwah.